So the church wetland project from Vera, we just went up the street to the historic Methodist church of Lelyfontein, and we met up with Ivan, who is the project manager of another project for restoring a wetland and clearing aliens from it.
Now with this funding now we can at least take it to where it can be self-sustained from the church part, you know, because it will bring water to the community, number one, because we have a tremendous problem here with water. So anytime the water goes off, then we'll have some clean water from the wells, which will be great. The plants we're planting here is not flowers, we're having indigenous plants,
Nice.
like the snail-riet and the lilies and stuff, which is low maintained, you know, it doesn't need a lot of maintenance. So we're planting some indigenous trees, 5 different species. I can't remember the names. And then of course after the trees is planted, we're going to fix our pathways, you know. We're going to put a signboard up there which say, this is the church area and this is the well and this is the garden, and you know, so someone comes in there and at least see what's happening inside the garden. Unfortunately there was a heck of bees there. We couldn't get near them, but we had to clean there, you know. So they just moved over to the next stump. There they are on the next stump.
Okay, so you just
they didn't go. We just smoked them out so they can just move over, because we're going to make some more beds of indigenous plants. Yes, we're taking it out. We're taking it out. The poplars, all of them, but we will eradicate them so gradually. We won't take them all just two out now because it gives a bit of shade in the meantime for the church area especially. But as we plant the indigenous trees and it grows to give some shade, we will take this out one by one, we'll take it out. Eventually, all will be out before the project is over.
And did you notice any difference in the water?
The water increased a lot. That one was very low. That one is almost half. I've opened up the outlet there, as you can see. Now I can exactly see how the amount of water coming out by the outlet pipe, that's the amount of water growing inside. Because I monitor it, you know, every day I go there, I say, no, it doesn't go less, more, less, it's just one big stream. And to be very honest, a lot of people in this village, the taps, if you open the tap, it doesn't even go as fast as that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people is most on the drip stelsel.
Yes.
You know the drip stelsel.
We know the drip stelsel.
So they can open the taps and they won't get that amount of water. We found that all the indigenous plants like the reeds and all that stuff grows where it's nice and wet all the time. So now we're trying to lead the water all into the beds.
You know, once the wetland is restored, they're also planning on putting back the natural vegetation, which will include the maatjiesgoed, like they call it here, the reed mats that they can use. And I think there can be a synergy there between the two projects.